Hi, my name is Grainne McLaughlin and I am a Senior Creative Specialist in the digital marketing team at Tata Consultancy Services based out of the Letterkenny GDC. I started at Primerica before they merged with Tata Consultancy Services probably about 3 years ago. I'm very passionate about the work that I do. I have always enjoyed work and I've always been a worker. I've worked since I was 14. I now work in marketing and communications, mainly doing digital marketing strategy, and it gives me so much joy to be able to see projects through and see the results of them at the end. And I get so much out of my work, as you know, I'm also a full-time mum, and you know, when those conversations came up around returning to work, or you know, would you, I was like, no, I will always do work because it is such a big part of me. I'm passionate about creative strategy and seeing it done well and being a part of a creative team and seeing projects through from start to finish. It's just something I've always been passionate about. In that time, I've had maternity leave, and then whenever I returned from maternity leave, I started experiencing some health complications, so I had to go off on long-term illness leave and returned to work shortly after. The illness issues that I've been having have actually resulted in a diagnosis of a long-term chronic condition, which has also resulted in me having some mobility and disability issues. I acquired my disability not too long ago. It was only 2 years ago, and it has gradually, you know, I have gradually become more disabled since 2 years ago. And when I started to, you know, lose my ability to walk in the same way or train, I was so afraid that, you know, this was going to define me. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to return to work, which is such a big part of myself. I feared that I wouldn't be able to parent my children in the same way that I had been. So I am less active now than I ever was in my entire life, which is why when I returned I was eager to get involved with the Adapt, it was at the time, with Primerica, but we soon then merged with Enable in TCS, so I've been involved with EnableAbility ever since. I've been able to look to other people who live with much far greater impairments than I have, and they've come through so much, and that has inspired me a little. But I can do other things and I can be active and present in other ways, and being a part of Enable and being an activist or an advocate is just another way of me being active. The environment was what I consider to be enabling for me. Was the team, our leadership team. Team leaders, my manager, and some of my colleagues around me, the ability to be able to speak freely about issues that I was experiencing, and also the understanding around how my abilities were for a while going to be compromised. I was able to take some reasonable adjustments to my work, make it so that I could still perform to the best of my ability and not compromise the work that was being delivered. So for me, it was all about the community that I had around me in TCS, and the help and support that was lended. My disability hasn't defined me, but it has helped me find new characteristics and new ways of existing and being present as part of a community. Since becoming a mum, I'd say that has definitely given my life more meaning. Like I always was very determined to live life for myself and you know, follow my dreams. But I think what a big contributing factor in helping me in overcoming the mental fight that you have with acquiring a disability, wanting to be a role model for my children. I have 2 girls and a boy, and especially for the girls, because not only do we want to see representation for disabled people, we want to see representation for LGBTQ+, I would like to see more representation in our fields and higher up for women. And I want my girls to know that no matter what life throws at you, you know, you can be successful in your own right, and success is about the happiness and joy that you have in your own life. My big belief statement is everything is impossible until it is done. I'm a big believer in you can do anything that you set your mind to, and you know, when things seem impossible or something seems out of reach, it only seems that way because you haven't got it yet. And if you keep taking steps forward in life, you're gonna get there eventually, and always just keep moving forward and look for the silver linings in most things. So they're always there. When everything else is getting on top of you, you know that nothing is impossible.